Guess I'm downloading the first hour off Twitch later. Good. You've only been waiting for this day since we were hatchlings. I can't wait to see all your training pay off. So what the dirt? You here to see the new Nome statue? You haven't heard. Gabba brought it back with them from Giant's Deep, and Hornful's just finished prepping it for display. This is it right here. Neat, huh? Makes me wish we could see what a real life Nomai looks like. But I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. Check it out. Looks like they had fur. Fur is weird. Really? This is the first fully intact statue ever found, you know. And for how old it is, it's in great shape. Oh geez, I got a little carried away there. Go on, you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear? Why does an alien say all geez? That is the only humans from Earth would say. This remarkably intact statue was carved by the Nomai, an ancient species who dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago. The statue provides us with our most detailed look at the Nomai, who appear to have been covered with a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry that has been carved as part of the antlers. Interesting. The aliens have not learned not to pilfer other aliens' cultural artifacts. You know, humans used to do this a lot. And they believed all kinds of superstitions from handling objects they stole or found. Especially that from ancient Mayans and Egyptians. Gee, you know, it's neat to look at this stuff in a museum once. But then you realize how it got there, and you can go, oh, it's actually bad. Fortunately, digital photos and video now make having to actually physically see them not necessary, but it's still kinda cool to see. Although other artifacts and structures have been found on almost every planet in the solar system, we still have a idea where this species came from or what happened to them. This piece of Nomai writing was essential to deciphering their unique language. Although this text is linear, Nome text often branches off from a central point. Interestingly, each branch tends to be written by a different author. Oh, I guess. That an easy way theoretically to write about an event from different perspectives. Aside from the structures they built, the Nome also made art. This decorated pottery was discovered on Brittle Hollow. Some ancient Nomai art depicts strange animals, horns, celestial objects, and other subjects that can't be found in our solar system, which makes us wonder whether the Nomai originated elsewhere in the universe or simply had vibrant imaginations. Were the Nomai born in our solar system, or were they born among other stars and planets? And if they were, how and why did they come here? Imagination, huh? Well, think about how every pre European culture on the planet somehow came up with the same god of lightning. Different name, same concept. These are just some of the questions we answer through further archaeological expeditions. What you see here are parts of the Nome skeleton. We can tell from their skulls that they possessed antlers, and quite unusually, only 3 eyes. M. Grave robbing. That's never a good sign. You know how humans dig up dinosaur bones. And then, like, until the 70s, they were always convinced that they were lizards. And then, like, they found feathers in some and were like, oh, these are actually birds. There's a site, I forget the name of, where they have projections of what the skeleton of something might be without knowing what the actual thing is. And human just looks absolutely weird. And it's stuff like this that a skeleton of an alien or an animal doesn't tell us nearly enough about what it looks like only how big it was. Like, you know how all the abducted cattle conspiracy stuff is. Like, cows are just bigger than humans and easier to locate in broad daylight. So it would make sense that an alien would abduct a cow because there are so many just standing around. The Nome body was most likely adapted for living exclusively on land. The differences in the Nome anatomy, such as their shocking fragile bone structure, show us that Harthians couldn't have descended from Nomean ancestors. Hey, You know, Earth people still don't all believe in evolution, and part of that is they don't realize that life branches off, doesn't transform from one into another. It's not like one day all the things that became before the chicken turned into chickens. No, it's more like some fraction of not a chicken laid chicken eggs from some environmental stress, and thus we have chickens after that, but whatever came before the chicken still exists. Like many animals that humans use as food were never this big or stupid. It's not clear where the Nomai originated from, or why they disappeared. We hope to find more clues to this puzzle as we explore our solar system. The Nomai technology brought back from space by our astronauts has been a great boon to Outer Wilds ventures, allowing us to modify expedition gear in exciting and useful ways. For example, the Little Scout now boasts a warp retrieval key that allows astronauts to recall their scouts almost instantly. This has dramatically reduced the number of scouts lost to the depths of space. Sounds to me that it just needed to explain a game mechanic. This crystal was taken from a Nome ruin on Brittle Hollow. It seems to create a local gravity distortion and was most likely used to traverse steep surfaces. Try it out. This anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew close to Dark Bramble. It appears well suited to living in dark places with minimal atmosphere. Stars like our sun generate light and heat by fusing hydrogen into helium. As it grows older, the star runs out of hydrogen and starts to contract. As the star's core contracts, it gets hotter, causing the outer layers to expand. The star has become a red giant. When the core is hot enough, it starts to fuse helium into carbon. If a star is massive enough, it will continue to fuse carbon and even heavier elements like iron. Ultimately, the star will collapse under its own gravity, and then explode in a violent event called a supernova. That's now how I remember it. Based on Schurt's observations, Psi will one day be the fate of our own sign. One second, and I want to fact check that. Apparently that is correct. See, I only remember the part about the sun becoming a red giant, and then it sheds the outer layer. Ah, well, logically that tracks at least. Watch closely, these balls move on their own. The ground is perfectly level, so what do you think causes this spooky motion? The answer is the moon. As it orbits our planet, the outer gravity pulls on objects from different directions. In fact, it's pulling on you right now. Well, it's moving fast now. Wow. Gamer G. There you are. I just finished pre-flight observations, and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nome translator tool. I confess, I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nome. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plan once you're in space? Heck if I know. Hey, here. Overwhelmed by the options, perhaps. I don't blame you. If you need help getting started, you could go visit Esker on the moon. They're alone on the Azarok most of the time, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Plus, we don't know what the ancient Nome ruins on the moon are or why they were built. You could put your new translator tool through its paces. Well then, looks like all that left is to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for launch. I'm ready to what? Come on, don't pick negative ones, that's bad vibes. Excellent. You'll be needing the launch codes then. here they are. Best get off the ground before Slade makes any more modifications to your ship, eh? Good luck out there. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Take note. Every character seems to have a mineral name. The strange rock moving around in this grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabriel claims the rock exists in all possible states until it is observed. Whatever that means. Whatever is actually happening, both sides of this debate agree the effect is extremely creepy. Quantum mechanics. Okay, that's sincerely spooked me. Also, where did the guy go? Hey, so did you get a good look at that Nome statue? Oh, the statue was doing what? So its eyes opened and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around. You mean like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're coy to launch, like medically speaking? Maybe you should sit down for a bit and take it easy. I'd hate for anything bad to happen if you tried to launch while you're not feeling great. But hey, when you are ready, then you can make the most of our translator tour. Sniff, I can't believe it's all grown up and leaving for space already. For real though, I'm glad you're the one carrying it and not like Rebig. They'd fall on it for sure. Say, if you want to do a short trip to just get your space legs under you, you could check out the ruins on the Etla Rock. I'd love to learn where those are. Good luck and safe flying. Hello, astronaut. Are you going into space today? Are you going into space and never coming back like Feldspar did? Yeah, Hornful says Feldspar went away into space and didn't come back. Hornsfell says Feldspar was the best pilot ever, but no one knows what happened to them. Hornsfell says that too. But if Feldspar disappeared, he might disappear too, right? You're not as good as Feldspar, so you should be really careful not to get lost. Thanks for that vote of confidence. Yeah, like every name is a mineral type. Oh, do we actually have to manually do this? And which was the moon? I guess we landed. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the 711 and get a Slurpee or something.